All right, guys, so the Eclipse, as you can tell, look at this, has just been sitting for a while. I had lost the key, but guys, it has been found. So right now I'm just giving it some juice. We're gonna try to start it up for the first time in such a long time, so we'll see what happens. That clicking is good. Let's see. Okay, maybe still needs a little bit more juice. Oh, look at that. It's up and running finally. All right, guys, so we managed, I mean Juan and myself, we managed to go ahead and pull the Eclipse out the graveyard, and it seems like the battery is just dead, so hopefully we can just charge it up and we'll be good. If it needs a new battery, then we might have to delay this a little bit longer, but I'm gonna go ahead and take the battery to AutoZone, get it charged up, and while it's over there charging, because we do have the car pulled up, I might go ahead and just start fixing this dent on the roof, fixing this dent right here on this panel, and finish sanding the rest of the car. And you know, probably might go pick up some JB Weld while I'm over there, some seam sealer, to go ahead and put this back in place. But yes sir, the Eclipse project is back like I said it would be, and we're gonna go ahead and, like I said, prep it for primer and hopefully have it running. So let's go ahead and head to AutoZone. Oh guys, excuse the dirty engine bay. I know it's bad, horrible leaves. Again, the car's been sitting, but I think the car's been sitting for a little too long, that I went to go and charge the battery, put it on, nothing changed. So I don't know if it's a bad battery or what's going on. Went ahead and plugged up, you know, some jumper cables. I did have them on the terminal, but I mean on the battery, but I said screw it, direct. I don't know if that makes a difference or not. I guess I'll put them back on there. But I've been giving the cables for like a good, I mean, I've been trying to crank it for like a good 5 minutes, but nothing. Sounds like it wants to, but then it chokes out. Hopefully the starter didn't go bad, or honestly at this point I don't even know what it could be. But guys, hopefully, because I'm filming, it'll give me some kind of good luck. But let's test it out. Ugh. Let's test it out. Now that clip of me turning on the car was from a couple weeks ago, almost months. So let's see what happens now. Yep, you see, nothing. All right, guys. So what I'm doing right here is I kind of marked up with the grinder where the dent's at, so I'm gonna go ahead and grind all this out. I went ahead and grinded the roof already, nice and rough. It looks like this is high, so punching this in will kind of bring this and that up, and kind of putting this in low, and then we'll just put like a thin layer of Bondo to cover that up. So we have that prepped up for body work, and I'm gonna just go ahead and grind this off, get it nice and rough so the Bondo can actually hold on to the surface. Start kind of sanding it down. Went ahead and laid a thin layer of Bondo, but I realized that it's still way too deep than it's supposed to be. So right now the goal is to go ahead and take off all this plastic trim, this plastic cover. I already took this part off right here. It's right there. To take it off and try to push it out as much as possible to where it looks better than that, so it kind of matches this side. Because I noticed how, yeah, it has a outer curve and it kind of goes in here, but it's nothing compared to how this side looks, where it's really sunken in. So I'm gonna have to try to hammer this out from the inside. I kind of got this part out, but it is still a tight space because the dent is behind this right here, but the wheel well and then these backing pads where the trim holds onto, or the interior holds onto, is kind of hard to get to. But I was able to use this piece of wood and kind of stick it in there where I need it, and I just hit it with the sledgehammer, and it popped out fairly nice, but they're still pretty deep in here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab my clamp which is a hydraulic clamp that I'll show you real quick. As I pump it, it opens up. So I'm gonna stick it here and then clamp it so that it pulls it out. So let's just hope this works nice and well. A good amount has happened since, you know, the last clip. I went ahead and was able to pull it out good enough to where the body line wasn't too bad. Went ahead and applied the filler. Now, it still needs a lot of work. You know, it's not the final coat. It's just something to kind of create a base. But I believe 1 or 2 thin more coats and that should be fairly good. As far as the roof goes, I did come across a little bit more damage, more ahead. And I think that here might be a low spot as well. So I'm gonna just go ahead and work on getting this structure right here fixed, as well as this corner. And I think I felt a little bit more damage on that end. So after helping out this area, I'll go ahead and tackle that part of the roof. And then from there, I believe we can inspect the hood, make sure that that doesn't need any body work needed. And if so, we can go ahead and tackle that too. Yeah, I really don't know if the gas is bad or what's going on with it. I did throw some fuel injector cleaner. I believe that's what it's called, the little bottle. I don't know if it's like a Lucas brand or whatever, when I was almost like at an empty tank. But that was when I first got the car, so you know, it's been a while. I really don't know what's going on with the car, but I'll try to give it one more crank, and let's just cross our fingers and hope this is the one. Okay, so I am seeing that it's moving a little bit more, but still not enough. So I guess I'll let it sit for a while more and then we'll see what happens. All right, guys, let's hope this is the one. So I found out why the Eclipse wasn't turning on, and I guess you could say there's some good and bad news. So the bad news aren't really that bad. Other than the fact that the actual battery is bad. So the good news is I just have to get a new battery and the Eclipse will be back up and running. So I'll probably just hold off on that since it's not really a priority at the moment. Yeah, I do have the battery from the OBS that I can use. I believe the terminals were the same, so I can swap it out from the truck to the Eclipse to kind of, you know, move them. And then just meanwhile, just be battery hopping amongst the vehicles. But I'll probably just get something really cheap from Walmart or something just to kind of get the car, you know, to turn on and move. Not really, again, my whole point here is to build budget builds. Sounded kind of funny, but budget builds, that's my thing. Budget builds. I'm not trying to break a bank. I'm not trying to spend so much money. I just want to make something that's nice, affordable, and economic, and you know, save as much money as possible. So yeah, that's the goal from there. I guess I will continue on the bodywork and make sure that that's up and running, but I'll keep y'all guys updated.